Jenson Button is back with the Williams Formula 1 team, but George Russell and Nicholas Latifi can breathe a sigh of relief because Button's not returning as a driver. The 2009 world champion is returning to the team that gave him his F1 debut in 2000 as a senior advisor on a multi-year deal. It's a role that's expected to mean a mix of ambassadorial and consultancy duties, helping new owner Dorilton Capital to keep steering Williams into its new era. Dorilton purchased Williams last summer, causing the team's founding family to leave in the process, and has made several major decisions since then to boost the team's long-term prospects. But where does giving an advisory role to a former driver, even one who was eventually a world champion, fit into Dorilton's strategy to re-establish Williams as a leading F1 force? Despite the excitement of Button signs for Williams or Button rejoins Williams headlines, he will not be driving, at least in the current car. Button says there will definitely be some opportunities to drive its heritage machinery though, and he considers the prospect of a reunion with his 2000 car a lovely thought. But his primary driving role will be working with Williams' current F1 lineup and also its academy drivers, and his job will extend well beyond a bit of mentoring. This will be a public-facing role that adopts various ambassadorial responsibilities, including attending a number of Grand Prix with Williams, taking part in some team events in the UK, and supporting Williams' media and marketing activities when required. Button will spend some time at Grove with the drivers and Williams staff, as well as his work on site. And Dorilton also hopes to tap into Button's experience in a consultant-like role as well. He will not be making major team decisions himself, but he will likely be called upon to give his view on various matters, offering a fresh perspective and one with plenty of F1 experience and success. As a world champion, Button is one of only 33 drivers who knows what it takes to be the best in Formula 1. He raced for various teams in different forms, including under manufacturer ownership, starting with Williams and taking in stints at Benetton, Renault, BAR, Honda, Braun and finally McLaren, racking up 306 starts, 15 wins and 50 podiums. So Williams has access to a man with almost unprecedented F1 experience, which will no doubt be of benefit to Williams' driving contingent and command great respect from everyone at the team. But that has limited value in making the decisions to run the team more effectively. It's worth pointing out that Button last raced in F1 full-time back in 2016, so while there will be likely a lot from his past that Williams can utilise in some way, it would be a step too far to say that it has picked up someone with completely relevant recent experience, especially of how a top F1 team operates. Prior to taking on his Sky Sports F1 punditry role in 2019, Button had removed himself from the Grand Prix world. But he at least had begun to re-immerse himself in it, so he's hardly a relic from the past. This is a real position, but it's not a serious leadership one or something with daily responsibilities. It's a more significant role than just being an ambassador, as while Button will not be calling any shots at Williams, the team will hope he brings a tangible benefit beyond just being a familiar face to wheel out at a couple of big occasions. The most obvious advantage of this role will be his profile though. He's a relevant, popular, public-facing person for the new Williams regime who is better known than new CEO Jos Capito or Dorilton's choice as team principal Simon Roberts. He also gives Dorilton a clear link to the team's history at the same time, and the reunion element of Button's appointment has already been played up a lot. Sentimentality doesn't win anything on track in F1, but it has its advantages off it. How much more than an ambassador Button will be depends on how much he has to offer behind the scenes. He's already espousing a view that backs the new ownership's approach, and given the respect Button will command, that might be beneficial in terms of getting everyone at Williams buying into life after the Williams family. But there will be limitations on what Button can bring. Dorilton has already begun a long process of improving things at the team's base, as that is where the main weaknesses were, while also committing to major strategic moves such as an enhanced Mercedes technical partnership. Button hasn't influenced those decisions, and he's not going to relocate to Grove and work there full time. So he will need to find other ways to be more than just a fashionable team representative who speaks well on camera and boosts morale. Button has spoken enthusiastically about the task ahead, being part of Williams' attempted recovery and reuniting with a team close to his heart. It means his F1 career comes full circle, but that reunion is not coming at the first attempt, or even the second. Button nearly returned to Williams twice during his career as a driver, once being blocked from doing so and then buying himself out of the next deal he signed with the team. In the middle of his successful 2004 season with BAR, Button shocked the driver market by signing for Williams for the following year. But BAR contested the move, claiming Button had tried to use a loophole in his contract that didn't exist regarding Honda's commitment to the team. BAR's argument was upheld by the Contract Recognition Board, forcing Button to stay, but he then signed another deal with Williams for 2006. Once again, he didn't make the move, although this time it was his decision to back out. Williams was losing its BMW tie-up, and Button realised the BAR team about to be taken over by Honda was a stronger bet. But Frank Williams held him to the contract, meaning Button had to pay a significant amount of money to get out of the deal. Presumably now he's finally going back to Williams after all, he won't be getting that money back. But he's probably going to be nicely recompensed for his new advisory services anyway. This is something both Button and Williams are extremely excited by, but what about you? Let us know in the comments below, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to the race if you haven't already to catch more of our videos in the future.